I would say the number one lesson is that we all go through things for some reason or another. And unfortunately, for some of us, that involves our children as well. And that's because our children are meant to go through things too, no matter how much we want to protect them. And we have to choose and teach our children to choose to use that lesson as a way to propel yourself or use that lesson as a way to hold yourself back.
Ooh, tell us more about that.
For a lot of people that I've met, especially when it comes to trauma, that is kind of like the make or break of your life. Kind of like you were saying earlier, right? We either kind of move forward because it's a we have to, or we just sink into this deep, dark area and lose ourselves. But we have to make that choice, right? I do feel like people go through things because if you can find the lesson out of it, it's going to help you help others that maybe don't have the strength. And so for me specifically, you know, when people would ask, why do you think you went through that? Right. Why do you think that you were punished? That was a big one. I don't feel like I was punished. Do I wish that it could have been different for my children? Yes. However, I made a promise to myself to use what I had been through, since trauma is such a huge thing on this planet that most people don't talk about. I wanted to use my voice to be the person that could speak for others, to be that one to come out and say, it's okay. Right.
Yeah.
For those that don't know how to be vulnerable, or being vulnerable is too painful. So that's my lesson. And I got to break the cycle with my kids because they now are learning how to handle things at a young age that I didn't know, because my family didn't know that either, right? You know what, you only know what you know. We weren't taught those kinds of things. I get to now teach my kids that at a younger age, so that as they grow, hopefully they can use those things that I've taught them and start learning how to get through things in their life a lot easier than it was for me. So my hope and my thoughts are that they're going to be able to propel themselves forward in the years to come a lot faster than I was, where I struggled and I had to figure it out. And now in my 30s, am just now learning the lessons that I'm hoping to teach them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that that's one of the most valuable gifts that you can give your children, is just that, exactly what you're talking about. It's not toys or the latest or the greatest. It's those lessons, of communication, of boundaries. Definitely. I love that. I love your story.